when it comes to cartoons that we all still love, even though they continue on today, the one that, most people probably think about is our favorite yellow sponge, SpongeBob SquarePants.
Squidward is my best friend in the world. Squidward is my best friend in the sea. Squidward
likes Patrick more than SpongeBob.
And yes, his show has been gone for a long time. And here's the thing, though. We're going to be talking about SpongeBob, but we're not going to be talking about it till now. Mostly because I've been here all freaking day. So, yeah, I'm going to mostly be talking about, the top 20. The top 20. Let's get into it.
Absorbent and yellow and porous is he.
It's a SpongeBob SquarePants.
The one and only.
Chocolate with nuts. Can you think of an episode that's, in a way, one would be using the word iconic?
What? Chocolate! I can't hear you! They're selling chocolate! They're selling chocolate? Yeah!
In which SpongeBob and Patrick are going door to door selling chocolate bars. And I gotta say, there are some great moments in this episode, like the crazed chocolate fish who goes like, chocolate!
Yes, sir. With or without nuts. Chocolate? Chocolate! Chocolate! Chocolate!
And there's also some other crazy moments in this episode, like, say, when they just start lying and say, hey, it'll cause world peace. Or when Patrick's eyeballs are stuck in a doorway. I know it's an eerie joke, but, it's funny. Let's move on to number 19.
Absorbent and yellow and porous is he.
It's a SpongeBob SquarePants.
The one and only.
Squirrel jokes. From season 2, in which comedy night happens at the Krusty Krab. And, as a kid, I kind of liked this episode, but at the same time, as an adult, and even, say, probably people, when they're comics, they probably realize, shock comedy or something like that, you don't realize, I'm making fun of the person. But at the same time, I don't really mean to be taking it serious, because in this episode, SpongeBob makes jokes about Sandy.
And what's up with that squirrel fur? I guess fleas need a home too, huh?
Squirrel fur!
And they smell! But hey, you'd stink too if you spent 3 months buried in dirt.
And then everyone in town just starts thinking that she's actually dumb, a dumb squirrel. But I do love how at the end of the episode, when SpongeBob is talking about making his new jokes, they say, oh, fish are smelly, or, oh, crabs are so cheap, and all that. But, yeah, and this is one that's probably, a lot of comics probably think about if they grew up watching SpongeBob.
Absorbent and yellow and porous is he.
It's a SpongeBob SquarePants.
The one and only.
So, let's look at next episode, Texas, from season 1, in which Sandy is homesick. So, in this episode, we have some memorable moments that can kind of get to you if you have, in a way, ever moved from home. Where you grew up, you probably think about it, and then you go, memories. Whether it's Sandy singing her I Want to Go Home song.
I miss my 20 acres, barbecues and pecan pies. Oh, why? When I'm so far from you, Texas, all I can do is cry.
And yeah, say, from season 1, it's still kind of, it's kind of it's kind of relatable in the fact, she's still kind of new to Bikini Bottom and all that. And I still also like the moment when she's chasing SpongeBob Patrick down after they made fun of her home state, Texas. Number 17.
Observing in yellow and chorus is he.
This is SpongeBob SquarePants.
The one and only.
I Was a Teenage Gary from season 1. Not only is this an episode that helps you learn to take care of your pet, because basically what happens is SpongeBob and Patrick go to a jellyfishing convention for a weekend, but leaving Squidward in charge of taking care of Gary. But he doesn't. And so, yeah, the episode is basically take care of your pets. But it's also a body horror episode.
That's okay. I'm a lefty anyway. Now I don't have to buy those new shoes. I take it back, Gary. Something is wrong with me.
For kids. Apparently this episode doesn't get played as much, so that's kind of sad. Doesn't get much, rewatch and air. So yeah, I can understand why. I do love the ending with Gary, Spider, and Patrick on the face going meow 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 meow.
Will you clam up?
I'm sorry, I get into that. So, number 16.
Observing in yellow and chorus is he.
This is SpongeBob SquarePants.
The one and only.
Fun. Season 1. Basically what this one was, everyone in town doesn't like Plankton. So, yeah, because he's always trying to get the secret formula. So, SpongeBob tries to be friends with Plankton. And at first, Plankton's say, I don't want to be friends. But then we get introduced to the always great Fun song.
F is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me. N is for anywhere and anytime at all.
Down here in the deep blue sea.
F is for friends that do stuff together. U is for you and me. But, I mean, yeah, it was always so fun. Even, say, when you're probably down in the bunches, you probably listen to that song just to get you through that day. Because it's so just... Words can't put into it. Words can't really put into, say, happiness. Even, say, when, near the end of it, when Plankton has that, say, and I feel saying the friendship with you is the only thing I ever wanted. I kind of like this episode. It's always fun to go back to this episode. But, number 15.
Observing in yellow and chorus is he.
This is SpongeBob SquarePants.
The one and only.
Sailor Mouth from Season 2. And in this episode, basically SpongeBob and Patrick discovers some bad words written behind a dumpster on a dumpster. And then they start saying them. So, yeah, apparently when one of the things that happened though was apparently they wanted to say all the bad words, and then they would just censor over it, which apparently they had done, and I gotta say, I do love the episode when they're like eels and escalators, and also when Mr. Krabs is just when he hurts his foot.
Paint from top to bottom. Wow! Oh, my foot! What? Jesus, what a rock and a bath! Can't you see I got a foot in?
And he just starts screaming all of the bad words. I mean, we've all had that. I feel like we've all had those moments where we just said, a bad word in public and we fight. Shit. Yeah, because we realized, oh shoot, did we have to say that right now? But yeah, I feel like we've all had that moment of like, ugh, that wasn't right to say that. But number 14.
Absorbent and yellow and porous is he.
This is Spongebob SquarePants.
Ah, the one and only.
Just one bite from season 3, in which Squidward really wants to try a Krabby Patty, but he still doesn't want SpongeBob to realize I like Krabby Patties.
I gotta have more. I gotta have more. But wait.
This episode has been edited, so, originally when this episode came out, there was a moment where it has a security system at the Krusty Krab. And it was...
Hey, this isn't water. This is gas.
The reason why this one was edited was it came out after 9/11. So the episode is still funny when we try to, when all those Krabby Patties go to Squidward's thighs. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the idea of it, I guess, is, say, hey, we really like a food, but at the same time, we don't want others to realize, this is our first time actually having that food, because then we feel embarrassed, because, everyone's had it except for me. Let's look at number 13.
Absorbent and yellow and porous is he.
This is Spongebob SquarePants.
Ah, the one and only.
Something smells. And this episode, after SpongeBob tries to make his own sundae without ice cream, he ends up getting rancid breath. He ends up, basically everyone in town starts to think, he's ugly. I love the part when Patrick just tells him, say, louder! And then he starts I'm ugly and I'm proud.
Louder.
I'm ugly and I'm proud.
Louder.
I'm ugly and I'm proud. I am ugly and I'm proud. I'm ugly and I'm proud.
Is that what he calls it?
But I do have to say, the moment that still makes me laugh non-stop to this day is when SpongeBob and Patrick at the movie theater, and Patrick has lost his shit, and he goes well,
What's wrong with you people? Afraid to look ugliness in the face? Well, here! Look at it! It's ugly, isn't it? You look at it!
Hello.
and he just goes, and then Bill Fagerback has I want all of you to look at it!
Look at it! Look at it! Look at it! I want all of you to look at it!
I really like this episode. It's hilarious, I feel like. Number 12.
Absorbent and yellow and porous is he.
This is Spongebob SquarePants.
Ah, the one and only.
The camping episode, in which SpongeBob, Patrick, and Squidward go camping right outside Squidward's home. I cannot tell you how many times, when I was going camping growing up with Boy Scouts, we'd always say, that the campfire song. It was always just, let's sing the most annoying song, but have them, it's fun.
RCAMPFIRESONG song. And if you don't think that we can sing it faster, then you're wrong. But it'll help if you just sing along.
Bum, bum.
I also love the moment, yes. When, bear attacks, no joke. But at the same time, I do find it hilarious when Squidward is being chased by the sea bear. And then everyone goes I guess I'll just limp home then. And he's just... And then the sea bear just constantly keeps attacking him.
I should have warned you about crawling.
What'd I do that time?
guess he just doesn't like you.
Pretend to be somebody else.
I mean, yes. I mean, looking back, yeah, it's probably sea bears, bear attacks. Probably not great. But let's move on to number 11.
Absorbent and yellow and porous is he.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
The one and only.
SpongeBob meets the Strangler. In this episode, SpongeBob meets the Tattletale Strangler. And he tattles on a criminal who wants to strangle him for tattletaling on him to the police for littering. And then, so every time he needs to find a bodyguard to protect him. But who's his bodyguard? It's the Strangler. And so we have Thomas F. Wilson as the voice of the Strangler. I gotta say, there's some hilarious moments, like the spiky cleats.
Cleats? Whoa! Get your feet out of my eye sockets!
I'm trying, but my cleats are stuck in your corneas.
Go! Oh! 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 Go! Get off! Oh, get off!
It's hilarious. I'm sorry. Oh gosh. Let's look at number 10.
Absorbent and yellow and porous is he.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
The one and only.
Christmas Who. So this was the very first holiday episode, Christmas themed episode for SpongeBob, where it also had, like, say, moments with Patchy the Pirate, where he's celebrating Christmas with others, and I also, but I gotta say, I'm talking about this one, like, back in Christmas time, with, like, say, Christmas, like, episode cartoons. I still think this is, like, one episode that is still very nostalgic. Like, when, say, Squidward is, has broken SpongeBob, when he tries to give him back his cheer. It's still so good to, say, yeah, just giving someone that 1 minute of happiness on the holidays. Feels good. So, let's look at number 10.
Absorbent and yellow and porous is he.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
The one and only.
8, 9. Squidville. Squidward is tired of all the things that SpongeBob and Patrick bring, so he decides to move. I think this episode is kind of a testament of, yeah, we maybe have those times where we're annoyed by our neighbors.
304 New Life Street, Squidward speaking. There is no way I am moving back there, SpongeBob. I am finally among my own kind. Now, goodbye.
Or co-workers. But we do eventually miss those antics when we do move them on. Like, it's suddenly when Squidward finds, say, a leaf blower hilarious. And he just, has some goofy moments, like playing tag with it, and then just annoying people, and then he's going just using it as a jetpack, flying away at the end of the episode. Oh gosh. Number 8.
Absorbent and yellow and porous is he.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
The one and only.
Culture shock. And this episode is involving one where Squidward creates a talent show which will be held at the Krusty Krab. And I gotta say, yeah, this was funny too, in that, this episode was started because Squidward's whole, narcissism, or maybe his whole, I would say, wanting to be famous. But, and so basically, we have moments of, say, Pearl being a cheerleader, Gary just doing poetry slams, I guess, and then Squidward going, having his dance choreography.
What the? I'm losing money on this deal.
What did? It's worth every penny.
And this is the reaction. So what they did, at least it ever is, SpongeBob sweeping up after the show. And yeah, I kind of like it how like SpongeBob's parents, they say, "We're so proud of him," proud of him. But I guess I like say, hey, he's cleaning up everyone else's act. So let's look at number 7.
Absorbent and yellow and porous is he.
This is SpongeBob SquarePants.
Ah, the one and only.
Valentine's Day. I know how sometimes, like, say when it comes to, say, shows how, like, the friendship between SpongeBob and Patrick always been, like, say, a good one, until later seasons where it basically becomes rather, like, say, okay, these two are just insane. But this was early in the show where, like, say, SpongeBob helps everyone around town celebrate Valentine's Day, but he has the biggest Valentine for Patrick, but he can't reveal it, so he ends up hurting Patrick by saying, hey, this is your Valentine's Day, a handshake. But one thing I think this actually does, looking back at it though, is showing, hey, guys can have, great friendships with their male friends. They can have it, like, and all that. And, yeah, they can say, hey, I care about you, my man, and all that. And, yeah, I like it. It's always a fun, especially when when Patrick goes, like, say, oh, SpongeBob, you didn't have to give me anything. But I do love his little rampage.
I defy you, Heartman!
With the ripping off with the Valentine's Day man heart man. Number 6.
Absorbent and yellow and porous is he.
This is SpongeBob SquarePants.
Ah, the one and only.
Grandma's kisses. This one was basically SpongeBob being embarrassed by having a kiss mark on his forehead. And I know sometimes, like, say, hey, it's, how, like, sometimes, like, say, hey, we may, like, get embarrassed sometimes by our grandparents or our parents, but sometimes, they're not always to be here for us, but we still love them.
You don't have to be a baby to get old Grandma's love.
I don't.
Of course not. No matter how grown up you get, you will always be my little baby boo.
And, yeah, I think that this one has, like, say, more of an era when SpongeBob was innocent, has more of a time when he was just, family. It was just a positive episode, I feel like. I don't know. Number 5.
Absorbent and yellow and porous is he.
This is SpongeBob SquarePants.
Ah, the one and only.
Tea at the Trito from season 1. This episode introduced us to our favorite Texas squirrel, Sandy Cheeks, in which SpongeBob doesn't want to tell her, hey, he can't breathe underwater. With, his, like some great moments, like, say, I don't need it.
I don't need it.
I need it!
I don't need it. Or like him slowly dissolving into water as he's in it. But I kind of like it the fact, hey, it's showing, like, say, hey, new friends.
Hope y'all like your tea strong. Drink up!
Number 4.
Observant and yellow and porous is he.
It's a Spongebob SquarePants.
The one and only.
Help Wanted. Help Wanted was one of the original pilots to the show. So, I know, like, say you're like, say, what? This isn't number 1? But I think it's still a fun one. But at the same time, I can understand why we don't have it at number 1. Because, yes, it gave us SpongeBob. But at the same time, we can also say, hey, we would get better as the show went on. And I still like it. Like, say, heck, it didn't really, like, say, it's still like saying, the characters haven't been...
A single funny line is all I ask!
Whoa! Button down the hatches, Mr. Squidward! We're taking on water, Mr. Squidward! I want my mommy, Mr. Squidward!
fully developed yet, but it's still SpongeBob though. I still love it when the anchovies are attacking them, and then he has the like hydrodynamic spatula. Number 3.
Observant and yellow and porous is he.
It's a SpongeBob SquarePants.
The one and only.
Survival of the Idiots. Season 2. In this episode, SpongeBob and Sandy get trapped in Sandy's tree dome in the middle of winter. And I love how it, like, say in the episode, how the entire time SpongeBob and Patrick are just, like, say, making, like, intricate, like, say, snow things, like, say, station wagons, snow cannons, and all that. And it makes me think, like, say, gosh, darn, I didn't make anything like that. I mean, we would try to make a giant snowball thing, but, like, and then she's dreaming about Texas Rangers. I'm Dirty Dan.
Which one of you fellers is the real Dirty Dan?
I am?
All right, Pinhead, your time is up. And all that. Let's look at number 2.
Observant and yellow and porous is he.
It's a SpongeBob SquarePants.
The one and only.
No Wheaties allowed. And what happened in this one is in which SpongeBob wants to go into a club that's for tough guys, but gets rejected. I think this one is kind of pretty funny. Like, say, whether it's suddenly like when we think of SpongeBob with an Elvis haircut, and then the bouncer is gonna say, "Well, I don't think it's by you," and he just rips his hair off, but SpongeBob actually has a wig on, so he almost got beat up by Elvis Sponge. So, but then he ends up getting there by getting into a fight with Patrick. But it's a fun episode. I feel like saying no Wheaties allowed, or when the robot goes, "You can't hide what's inside."
No, please, have mercy.
But yeah, number 1, and I do mean number 1.
I don't know, a wizard?
Observant and yellow and porous is he.
It's a SpongeBob SquarePants.
The one and only.
Band geeks. I feel like, say, in high school and all that, or middle school, we've all had that thing when we joined the band, and we all, heck, I even played clarinet. I sucked. There, we get that out of the way. But, some geeks do have something in common. And heck, I actually like this episode because, yes, we have that great song, Sweet Victory.
Never sacrifice their will.
which was gonna have been played like say, I think it was like say 1 year at the Super Bowl, but Paramount said, nope, you don't get that. And yeah. Also, this episode has been reanimated before by YouTubers before, so we have that. I think this episode is really great, when it comes to some great moments, like Sandy putting Patrick into a tromboner. So that's...
If we play loud, people might think we're good. Everybody ready? And a 1, and a 2, and a 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, new theory. Maybe we should play so quietly no one can hear us.
And or them, Mr. Krabs and I think it's Fred the fish, are just like arguing about say, big meaty claws. Or they so I think this was hilarious, honestly. I actually like this one. But what is your favorite, and I do mean favorite episode of SpongeBob? Maybe Strata will like this. I don't know. I like Stratter. See you next time.